Good morning, YouTube. Today I'm gonna take out the Minolta X-370. I got both these cameras this week from Thrifting. They're very similar cameras. The only reason I'm taking this one out versus that one is this one's ready to go and it has a strap. It has a Sony strap, which is not ideal. That's what you get from Thrifting. They both are functioning cameras. I just wanted to go out and just shoot a camera today. Nothing crazy. The Minolta has a 1.4 Minolta lens f50. So I'm just attempting to load this film, X-370. It's my second time loading it because the number reported 36 when obviously I'm loading a new roll. Key thing to do, a lot of people don't do this and I fail to do this a lot too, is to rip this tab and actually put it in this square so you remember what you're shooting and how many photos you're shooting. I always think that I remember what film I'm shooting with and you know how many shots I have left, but somehow I messed that up. So just do it. It's easier to just do that versus try to remember or failing to remember. The focusing, that's in somewhat focus, I believe. I can't put my eye in there. I have a camera attached, so I'm just gonna try to focus here and see how it goes. So now that's out of focus. So that's how it looks when you're way out of focus and spinning into focus. Let's see. There you go. So here I'm just showing you guys how the metering system works, and the Minolta I feel like is a really good metering system. That blinking light there is where you are. If you move your shutter speed, because this is aperture priority camera, you just move that on the lens. But here you can just move and put it wherever you need it to be. Right now it's telling me to get a proper exposure. I would need to be here, which is I believe 1/15 of a second and 1/30th of a second to get a proper exposure. But if you know your camera and you know that it gives you dim photos, you can change it to whatever you want. It's just being able to control that and know what you're doing. I feel like it's very easy to do that with the Minolta. I do see dim photos out of it, so I do end up putting 200 ISO film in the camera, and then when setting my ISO I put that it's 100 just so I don't get any underexposed photos, because I do see with this older Minolta, the photos do seem kind of underexposed. It's always good to be able to control if you want to go one stop above or one stop under what the suggestion is, because either you know that that's the settings that you want, or you have a separate light meter, you can control that. Here's the top view, so you can see how easy it is. This is the aperture that I was talking about. You set here. You set the aperture through the lens here. There's no other toggle for the aperture. Other cameras, you need to set the aperture on the lens or put it on auto and then set the aperture here. On the Minolta, it's only got one spot here on the lens, and then according to the light metering system, you would only adjust this. So true aperture priority camera, unless you're gonna shoot it all auto. Simple on and off button. You press this little button here, and then you can move this toggle here to set the ISO. I put 200 in the casing, but here I put 100 to get a better exposure out of this camera. I see that the light metering seems to measure a lot darker than it is, and that may be just the way that I'm developing, so just kind of a tip there. I did end up changing the lens from the 1.4 to the 1.7 here because I have another Minolta that I was shooting in, so that's why that lens changed. Ultimately, I just want to end the video and just let you guys know that this is a great beginner camera, or like even for myself who am an avid photographer. I did end up finding this camera at a thrift shop, and I ended up paying $5. So yes, $5. Please visit your thrift stores first before going online to find the camera that you want. Just go to your thrift store, Goodwill, Salvation Army, and get lucky. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, go ahead and put it in the comments section below. Please subscribe to your boy. I'm trying my best to make these videos weekly and get out there. And obviously, I'm trying to pick the most interesting subjects, so let me know if there's anything specific that you've seen in my background, all these cameras, or any specific videos you would like to see me make.